What's up YouTube, it's K.D.M Sports again with more MMA content as always. Almost a month ago we saw a spectacular knockout produced by the one and only Dustin the Diamond Poirier at UFC 299 against a young hyped prospect. It was great to see, especially against a young fighter who excels in grappling. Poirier dug deep and reminded all of us what makes him the legend he is. He has that dog in him for sure. Lately in the MMA world, Dustin vs. Islam in June has been making waves. Daniel Cormier, Henry Cejudo, Michael Bisping, just to name a few, have all had their share of opinions on a potential title fight between Islam Makhachev and Dustin Poirier. Most have agreed that the timing of the fight would be perfect for Islam to make another defense of his lightweight strap. All the other top lightweights are booked for 300, and it would not be rational to think Islam would be able to fight any of the other contenders in June. Dustin is ranked 3 and is still a top 3 lightweight, so it's not like Dustin isn't in the title picture. Dustin claimed he needed a big win, and because he is a star now, that would possibly produce another title shot, and that looks like that's the case against his former opponent Khabib's protege, Islam Makhachev. Will the timing be right this time for the Diamond? That's something we'll have to see in the near future. If this fight does get made, because it's not official yet, but there definitely has been a lot of talk, and timing wise it does make sense. The champ doesn't want to wait too long to get a fight. Also, the fact that he hasn't fought Dustin yet either is pretty interesting. In terms of the fight itself, it's pretty clear that Islam should be the favorite. While Dustin is one of the best boxers and strikers the UFC has ever seen, I'm not sure he'll be able to implement much of his style into a fight with Islam. We're no stranger to Islam's well-roundedness in the octagon. By this point, Islam has shown to be a very good striker who's defensively sound. It's not that easy to land on Islam. He has very good distance management, always keeps his hands close to his face, and is patient with good timing. The same things can be said for Dustin. The only difference is how will Dustin be able to handle Islam's grappling. While Khabib and Islam came from the same camp and are both Sambo world champions, their approaches to grappling are different. Khabib had relentless cardio and would impose his primary skill set, which is wrestling, taking you down and drowning you. His chain wrestling, in my opinion, was also better than Islam's. While Islam has no problem staying on top, being heavy with that base, while beating you up and finding the right opportunity to finish you, Dustin may at least have a higher chance of being able to survive for about 4 rounds, I'd say. I do believe we'll see some good striking exchanges because Islam is willing to strike. He prides himself on being a mixed martial artist, which could possibly create that chance for Dustin to finally accomplish his dream of being lightweight champ. While Dustin does have dynamite in his hands and the experience edge, it's just not a likely scenario in my opinion to see Dustin KOing Islam. Islam is a very disciplined fighter with a high IQ. He's proven to be able to stick to game plans and use various methods to win. There's really not many holes in Islam's game. The two most well-rounded fighters in the division is Charles Oliveira and Islam in my opinion. The only person who has the potential to stop Islam's reign right now is Charles. But that's just potential, doesn't mean it would happen. The difference between Islam and everyone else at lightweight is how grounded he is when it comes to his craft. It's rare you find someone so solid in all areas of the fight game, mentally and physically. If Dustin fights Islam, he's gonna need to try harder in the grappling than just jumping guillotines. Dustin would have to find an effective method when it comes to anti-wrestling to keep the fight in the pocket, because this may be his last title shot. We all know Islam would be a favorite going into this fight, and honestly, this is a tall task for anyone at lightweight to be able to dethrone Islam right now. The chances are small, but Dustin is the Diamond for a reason, and maybe this could be 3 times the charm. In my opinion though, Islam takes this fight. Thank you guys for listening to me talk and share my thoughts on a potential Dustin vs. Islam clash in June. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and if you've got any opinions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below.